Chosen one, hear this clearly. It is not a coincidence that you are reading these words. God himself has been tearing through obstacles, breaking chains, and silencing forces that try to keep you blind. Why? Because your destiny is too powerful to be delayed any longer. Right now, you are standing at the edge of a transformation so massive it will shift the entire course of your life. But here's the warning. If you turn away, if you ignore this message, you could lose everything you've prayed for, fought for, and cried for in the secret hours. The enemy does not rest. Distractions, spiritual attacks, and hidden energies surround you daily. Try to convince you that this is just another day. But Elon Musk's boldness, his risk-taking, his refusal to stay ordinary, is a mirror of what God is demanding from you right now. This is not a normal season. This is a war for your soul, your future, and your divine calling. God has been fighting for you nonstop so that your eyes could be open to this truth. The fact that this message found you proves that heaven has already chosen you. But the choice to step into it, that's on you. You run the risk of missing your opportunity to embrace the amazing blessings and power that are waiting for you if you ignore this message, turn your head, or close your eyes. Only those who are prepared to enter can now enter through doors that have been locked for years. Hesitant people will be abandoned to live in the shadows of their own uncertainty. Your hopes are no longer far-off dreams, and your prayers are no longer faint murmurs. The change is currently taking place, and you'll know the signs if you're really a chosen one. Your soul will begin to stir, and you will rise. This is the last warning you will get. Type Amen to embrace the angel's blessings. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $20. Don't ignore this call. Don't let lies and diversions tempt you to stay where you are. In order for you to see this, to take control of your destiny, and to triumph, God fought. Pause this video for a moment and do 3 things before we start this life-changing message. Press the like button, subscribe to help us achieve 90,000 followers, and leave a comment with the number 99. The moment is now, and the time is critical. This window will close, and you might not have another chance. So pay close attention to this message and accept it with open arms. Type Amen to embrace the angel's blessings. Show your support by giving super thanks up to $20. God is with you, your role is calling, and your transformation is imminent. Chosen one, don't turn away. It will determine your fate. You've been selected. You belong to the elite 0.01% of billions. The people whose souls are stirring from deep within and who are realizing a higher truth that others are still unable to see. This is a sacred calling, a divine invitation to rise above the chaos and confusion of this world. It is not merely chance or coincidence. God has been attempting to awaken the dormant light within you by whispering through the commotion and trying to cut through the curtain of distractions. Picture a lighthouse gleaming in a raging ocean. You have caught a glimpse of the beacon that will lead you to your actual destiny, while many others are lost in the darkness. Only those who have been fully awakened recognize the signs for what they are, evidence of a significant change. Even though everything around you may seem unstable, this is a prelude to something bigger, a spiritual revolution in which the light of your soul will shine brighter than ever. This awakening prepares you for a new level of consciousness and purpose by transforming your entire being, mind, body, and spirit, rather than being about status or power. A cosmic wave that will transform everything is headed your way. Your acceptance of this holy path is the first step. Have faith that your awakening is genuine and intentional. You belong to a selected lineage that will change the course of human history, so you are by no means alone. The forces of evil are aware of your strength and have made a concerted effort to obscure your vision. To prevent you from reaching your full potential, negative energies, diversions, uncertainties, and fears have all been set up like imperceptible walls. But hear this, God has fought valiantly to get to you, overcoming every obstacle and doubtful whisper. This particular moment is the result of divine intervention. It is not a coincidence. Consider all of the times you were dragged away by anxiety or perplexity, That was the enemy attempting to silence your inner voice. However, the divine presence inside of you has never given up. It has persevered in its battle to free your spirit from its bonds. Even though you may have felt disoriented or disengaged, those emotions are just illusions meant to prevent you from taking control of your own destiny. Don't turn away now, then. We have taken note of your struggle. God's love is more powerful than ever and is fighting valiantly to enter your soul. Remind yourself that you are being prepared and protected when you feel overpowered by the chaos of the outside world. In the spiritual world, the triumph is already complete. All you have to do is let your heart open and walk into the light. This message is a beacon, a lifeline designed especially for your eyes and soul, not just a collection of words thrown into thin air. Consider the innumerable distractions that are dragging you in all directions, such as the chatter on social media, the negative news, and your own fears that are telling lies. These are intended to keep you in the dark, dull your spiritual senses, and cause you to forget who you really are. However, your soul is prepared because you have received this message. Your soul has been pleading for clarification and assurance that you are not traveling this path alone. Despite the world attempts to entice you into illusion and complacency, your awakening is genuine and taking place right now. This is your call to remain alert, turn off the cacophony, and pay close attention to the higher frequency of divine direction. Staying awake is a deliberate decision. It entails focusing on the truth that is vibrating inside of you, tuning out the chaos, and turning your attention inward. Every attempt to divert your focus is an attempt to gauge how dedicated you are to your spiritual journey. These attempts to dim your light are no match for you. Hold on. The universe is working in your favor, and your breakthrough is just around the corner. Know that your experience is anything but typical if you've been experiencing anxiety, uneasiness, or even a sense of detachment from the world. These emotions are a blatant indication of an unseen spiritual conflict between illusion and reality, light and dark. Your spiritual awakening is being forged on the battlefield of confusion and exhaustion, which are not coincidental. Consider the times when you doubt reality, when the normal world seems off, or when you feel like something more significant is going on, but are unable to identify it. In spite of the overwhelming negativity that tries to keep you blind, this is God reaching you through the haze of distractions. Your uneasiness is an indication that you are about to experience a significant spiritual awakening. Recall the biblical tales of saints and prophets who overcame great adversity to convey messages from God. The process of receiving, comprehending, and assimilating a potent truth that will transform everything is what your current struggle is all about. Your soul is being refined by this spiritual battle, which is getting you ready for the role you are about to assume. Your victory has already been written, so hold fast. Set this date with purpose. August 11th is a significant day in heaven, not just a day. This day will bring forth a potent symbol in the sky, a divine affirmation that your spiritual development has formally started. This isn't conjecture. Spiritual changes on Earth have always been reflected in cosmic events, and the universe will align to remind you that your awakening is both necessary and real. A new stage in the evolution of humanity will begin as the tumultuous changes on Earth start to settle. Imagine the storm subsiding after a long night. Clarity and a new sense of purpose accompany the return of calm. You are a major player in this shift, which signifies that the chaotic turmoil in our world is giving way to a collective awakening. Old paradigms, social structures, and global powers will change, exposing a new way forward. Your global and personal reset is on August 11th. Keep an eye on the heavens, follow your gut, and keep an eye out for subtle clues, such as a sudden realization, a dream message, or a heart-stirring symbolic event. This is the divine time for you to fully embrace your higher self and assume the role you were meant to play. The cosmos is working against you. Are you going to take the call? The world is about to undergo a significant change. Awakening consciousness is causing old systems, out-of-date beliefs, and limiting structures to collapse. This is a time for boldness and courage, not for fear or hesitation. This change is being led by the chosen ones, those souls who have been awakened like you. Imagine the Earth's tectonic plates shifting beneath your feet. Society's very foundation is changing. Social orders, economies, and politics around the world are trembling. However, there's a great deal of opportunity in this chaos. Those who are ready spiritually will be the pillars of humanity's rebirth and hope. Many people who are still lost in the dark will be guided by your light, clarity, and unwavering faith. This ascent is a sacred obligation. It is an opportunity to overcome individual anxieties and accept the shared goal of repairing, restoring, and improving the planet. We desperately need your talents, your insight, and your spiritual fortitude. The entire world is waiting for you to take the initiative. This is your chance to change from a passive bystander to a potent change agent. Something is changing deep inside your cells. Your body and spirit are being moved into a higher, purer frequency, which is commonly referred to as a crystalline state. This crystalline transformation will bring you into alignment with divine light, improving your intuition, clarity, and vibrational power. This is not a metaphor. Rather, it is a literal energetic shift. This change indicates that you are developing beyond what is possible for humans. Your body is transforming into a light vessel that resonates with cosmic frequencies, enabling you to access deep wisdom and healing powers. Feelings of warmth, tingling, or increased awareness may occasionally accompany this process, but they are indicators that your body is adjusting to a new energetic blueprint. Imagine the strength and clarity of a crystal. That is the new base you are creating inside of yourself. You will gain more spiritual insight, resilience, and serenity as this metamorphosis progresses. The change is about more than just you. It's a lighthouse for others, illuminating the path to a shared awakening. Numerous, frequently subtle, but unmistakable ways exist for the universe to communicate with you. Once you learn to listen, you will realize that dreams, synchronicities, symbols, repeated numbers, and epiphanies are not coincidental. Rather, they're divine messages that are helping you navigate this important shift. Disregarding these indicators is akin to disregarding a map that guides you through uncharted territory safely. Be mindful of the small things, such as a bird that crosses your path, a phrase that catches your attention, or an enduring emotion. These are not random events. Rather, they're tailored reminders from God that you are loved and cared for. Numerous souls who have been awakened have reported that these subtle messages have given them life-altering insights. By accepting these indicators, you improve your spiritual relationship and get direction for your future. You can navigate through the fog like a celestial GPS. Now is not the time to be indifferent or passive. You are entering a time when your decisions and deeds have a great deal of spiritual significance. The divine is giving you duties that affect not only your life, but also humanity's future as a whole. It's time to use your spiritual gifts with courage and integrity now that they are emerging. Consider this season to be a call to leadership, but not in the traditional sense. It's a kind, wise, and spiritually strong leadership style. You will face challenges to act with love, to be true to yourself, and to lead by example. Although it may seem overwhelming, this responsibility is incredibly empowering. Recall that divine responsibility is a partnership with the universe rather than a burden. You are invited to participate in the creation of a new reality in which love triumphs over fear and light triumphs over darkness. Your readiness to take on this role will have a positive impact on many lives and raise everyone's level of awareness. Now is the time to let go of any doubts you may have had about your significance. Your part in this spiritual drama is crucial and cannot be compromised. Your voice, your light, and your special gifts are what the world is waiting for. Your place cannot be filled by anyone else. Being called upon at this crucial time is a divine honor rather than a burden. Your awakening matters, as does your presence. Healing and hope are released into the world with each tiny step you take to align with your highest self. Your light is a ray of love and stability amidst the world's problems and uncertainty. The shift wouldn't be complete without you. Therefore, resist the urge to hide or shrink. Now is the moment to take a proud stance and fully embrace your divine mission. Recognize that invisible forces are behind you and that your influence will be felt far more than you can currently comprehend. Great, irrevocable, and profound change is on the horizon. This change will change who you are, how you see the world, and who you are at your core. Get ready for a journey that will make you reevaluate everything you believe to be true on a mental, emotional, and spiritual level. A radiant new you will emerge as the old ways of being will disappear. Imagine revealing a radiant core beneath layers of aging skin. Strength, purpose, and clarity will result from this change. You will no longer be bound by limitations, uncertainty, or fear. Rather, you will proceed with self-assurance, poise, and a profound sense of inclusion in something much bigger than yourself. Despite the intensity of the journey, keep in mind that you are not alone. This path has been traveled by many before you, and innumerable people are currently walking with you. Accept the process, have faith in the timing, and know that an extraordinary life of fulfillment and meaning is waiting for you on the other side. The winds of change are blowing faster, indicating a profound change in reality and consciousness. This change is already happening, so the question is not whether it will occur or not, but rather if you will be ready to handle it. Spiritual clarity, inner alignment, and a readiness to let go of things that no longer serve you are the keys to readiness. Think about the major turning points in history, when new possibilities arose and humanity's collective perspective grew. We are about to experience this moment once more. Being prepared entails developing composure in the face of chaos, optimism in the face of doubt, and faith in the face of uncertainty. It entails firmly establishing yourself in your greatest truth. Now is the time to open your heart, clear your mind, and deepen your spiritual practices. Moving with the upcoming wave of change will be easier if you're more grounded. This is your call to get ready with excitement and trust rather than fear. Our time has been characterized by delusions of fear, scarcity, and separation. Humanity has been stuck in painful and perplexing cycles because of these lies. However, a new era is emerging in which only those who are spiritually awake will be able to see the more profound truths of life. This clarity is a deep inner knowing that goes beyond what the human eye can perceive. It is not merely intellectual. People who have experienced a spiritual awakening are starting to distinguish between truth and deceit, light and shadow, and true connection and falsehood. Your greatest strength in the coming days will be this clarity. You will be drawn to real connections, fulfilling work, and a close relationship with the earth and the universe as illusions fade. The truth will free you, and the mist is dissipating. Get ready to view the world and yourself from a new perspective. You will discover that you no longer feel at ease in the outdated frameworks of conformity, control, and limitation as they disintegrate. Your spirit has transcended the antiquated frameworks that formerly influenced your decisions and identity. Although it may feel alienating, this evolution is a sign of your personal development. You're being called to establish a new paradigm that is based on spiritual truth, creativity, and freedom. This can entail letting go of accustomed settings, connections, or ways of thinking that aren't in your best interests. The old self must be shed, even though it is painful. Accept this change as a necessary and holy transition. Trust that this discomfort is the place where your rebirth is born, even though it may feel uncertain. You're in for new experiences, opportunities, and ways of being, places where you can be who you truly are and flourish. Today's world upheavals are revealing layers of deceit and secrecy that have long dominated humankind. The intense light of awakening consciousness will reveal corrupt systems, hidden agendas, and false narratives. It is a liberating and disruptive unveiling. Get ready to see and take part in the emergence of truth. Once unshakable lies will eventually fall apart. This is a time for hope. Hope based on the understanding that light always triumphs over darkness, not despair. As a defender of truth in a world that is ready for honesty, you are a part of this great unveiling. On a never-before-seen scale, collective healing can start as deceit fades. As a chosen soul, it is your responsibility to share your light, maintain your integrity, and contribute to the creation of a new world based on openness, love, and spiritual understanding. You are at the center of this significant change, and a new spiritual authority is on the horizon. This authority stems from profound wisdom, genuine connection, and divine alignment rather than titles, control, or dominance over others. It is a leadership that respects the light and shadow both inside and outside, and is derived from the highest truth of the soul. You are being called to become a lighthouse of this new authority, one that will gracefully and clearly lead others through ambiguity. This emerging spiritual authority favors a flexible and caring style of leadership over outdated hierarchies and doctrines. It is based on unconditional love and is inclusive and empowering. You have been ready to embody this new kind of guidance because of your individual experiences, challenges, and victories. You are a co-creator of a new spiritual order that transcends division, not merely a follower or an observer. Experience the strength that results from accepting your true spiritual authority. It is a serene assurance that emanates from within and affects everyone you come into contact with. This authority invites others to awaken and take control of their own lives, rather than imposing change. You will be a part of an expanding community that changes by example rather than by force as more souls awaken to this new vibration. As the world tries to entice you to return to your old habits, keep in mind that assuming this new role of authority requires standing firmly in your values, honoring your inner voice, and trusting your intuition. With your brilliance, wisdom, and intense compassion, you are the spiritual leadership of the future. It can be painful, perplexing, or even isolating to be separated. However, be aware that God is separating you in order to prepare you for your holy mission, not to isolate you. This separation is a necessary step to sharpen your focus and refine your spirit. It's a divine pruning. Through this process, you are being purified to become a stronger, more lucid version of yourself, much like fire purifies gold. This divine separation frequently manifests as leaving behind surroundings, relationships, or ideologies that no longer speak to your developing soul. You may feel alienated from former family members or friends or misunderstood. However, these encounters are indicators that you are getting closer to your real tribe. A special place where your gifts can grow unhindered is necessary for your purpose. Accept this time of year as a chance to strengthen your bond with God and your higher self. Your spiritual power increases, your clarity improves, and your inner guidance becomes more powerful in this sacred solitude. It is a period of soul-level rebalancing rather than punishment or desertion. Never forget that you are surrounded by cosmic support and divine love, even when you are alone.